Hi. Welcome to the hsebox.com channel. In this video, we will address more 15 common questions and answers for the oil and gas industry job interviews. If you didn't watch the first video, check out the channel. We hope this will help you in your next interview and we wish you good luck. Before we continue, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and smash that like button. That will help a lot. We can find much more safety information in our channel and in our site hsebox.com. Thank you. You can also review these questions on our website. The link is in the description. So, let's jump into question number 16. Question number 16. What is positive isolation?
Positive isolation is the isolation of all energy sources. For example, mechanical, electrical, and all other sources of energy relevant to the task to be performed. This can be done by physical disconnection, blinding, or separating the energy source and securing with multiple lock systems. And should identify the isolation with the tag system and communicate with relevant personnel. And before the task starts should be verified and tested to ensure the system is successfully isolated.
Question number 17. What is the emergency response procedure while listening to the siren?
Stop the activity that you are doing. Shut off all the equipment. Watch wind direction and proceed to assembly point by crosswind direction. Then check the head count and inform as per incident protocol.
Question number 18. What is the emergency response procedure while your personnel monitor giving alarm?
Stop the activity what you are doing. Shut off the equipments. Hold the breath. Use the EEBA, emergency escape breathing apparatus. Watch wind direction. Proceed to a safe location by crosswind direction. Then upwind direction. And go to the nearest assembly point. Check the roll call or head count. Inform as per incident protocol.
Question number 19. What are the devices to identify H2S at the site?
To identify H2S we can use fixed detectors, personnel monitors, multi-gas detectors, wireless detectors.
Question number 20. What is AJAS?
JAS means Job Safety Analysis and it's a procedure. The importance of JSA is a safety management tool in which the risks or hazards of a specific job in the workplace are identified and then measures to eliminate or control those hazards are determined and implemented. The JSA process begins with the identification of the potential hazards or risks associated with a particular job. Once the hazards are understood, the consequences of those hazards are then identified, followed by control measures to eliminate or mitigate the hazards.
Question number 21. What is time-weighted average?
Time-weighted average, TWA, is a method of calculating a worker's daily exposure to hazardous substances such as dust, fumes, chemicals, gases, or vapors. It is averaged to an 8-hour workday or 40-hour week, along with the average levels of exposure to the hazardous substance and the time spent in that area. The TWA reflects the maximum average exposure a worker can be subjected to without experiencing significant adverse health effects over the standardized 8-hour work period. The TWA is expressed in units of parts per million, ppm, or milligrams per cubic meter.
Question number 22. What is task risk assessment, TRA?
Task risk assessment, TRA, also commonly referred to as hazard identification and task risk assessment, HITRA, is a collective term that encompasses all activities involved in identifying hazards and evaluating risk to make certain that risks to employees, the public, or the environment are consistently controlled within an organization's risk tolerance. The three main risk questions are: hazard, what can go wrong? Consequences, how bad could it be? Likelihood, how often might it happen?
Question number 23. What is residual risk and why is it important?
Residual risk is the risk that remains after efforts to identify and eliminate some or all types of risk have been made. Residual risk is important for several reasons. First to consider is that residual risk is the risk left over after security controls and process improvements have been applied. This means that residual risk is something organizations might need to live with based on choices they've made regarding risk mitigation.
Question number 24. What are the main hazards in excavation activity?
The main hazards in excavation activity are underground utilities, the collapse of excavation wall or cave-in, limited access and egress, presence of toxic gases, falling of person, falling of vehicle, falling object on the person whoever working in an excavation. Adverse weather.
Question number 25. How often should I get my crane inspected?
According to the American National Standards Institute, ANSI, there are 4 categories for overhead crane inspections: initial, functional, frequent, and periodic. Initial inspection. The initial inspection is a documented visual inspection that is required after installing a new crane or hoist, and for equipment that has been reinstalled after alteration, modification, or repair. Functional test inspection. Before every shift, the functionality of your crane must be tested. According to OSHA, you need to visually test on a daily basis. Frequent inspection. Frequent inspection should include all aspects of the functional test inspection, in addition to checking the operating mechanisms. Periodic inspection. Like the frequent inspection, the frequency of the periodic inspection is based on the usage of the crane. For this inspection, cranes that are used for normal service and heavy service should be inspected yearly.
Question number 26. What are the precautions for hydro testing?
All the gauges shall be calibrated and certified. All fittings, joints, flanges, blinds and hoses shall be rated. A pressure safety valve shall be installed in the test line to prevent the test pressure from being exceeded. Whip arresters shall be provided for all joints. All gauges shall be installed at a safe distance from equipment and should be visible to the operator.
Question number 27. What is the name of the different elements of a scaffold?
The most important parts of a scaffold are base jack, staircase, handrail, diagonal brace, standard, toe board, ledger, scaffold board. There are other elements that are part of scaffolding such as bay length, distance of 2 standards, kicker lift, bracings, outriggers, mid-rail, and top rail.
Question number 28. In your site, there is a small leakage during lifting activity. What will be your response if your manager is not allowing you to stop the lifting activity?
Stop an unsafe activity is everyone's responsibility. So I don't need approval from my manager if the hazards can cause any harm to my team. If that could cause harm, I will stop the activity and notify my HSE superiors. I will also provide a drip tray for the leakage to avoid soil contamination.
Question number 29. On your site, one excavator needs repair. Due to some damages, what will be your response?
I will inform my supervisor and will take out the excavator from the site by calling the PMV, Plant, Machinery, Vehicle Department, or the department responsible for the maintenance and repair in my organization.
Question number 30. What are the main components of a lifting plan?
Your lifting plan should include, but not limited to, the following elements. Details of the load. Lifting equipment and gears. Lifting crew, including their roles and competencies. Lifting method. Requirements to erect or dismantle lifting equipment, if any. Means of communications. Physical and environmental conditions. Sketch of the lifting zone, showing position of lifting equipment, crew, and load, and any other important information. For example, special precautions. It's important to take into consideration that you should never deviate or vary from the approved lifting plan. If the actual information at the lifting site does not tally with the lifting plan, you should stop the operation until the plan has been updated and reapproved.
These are some of the most common questions about the oil and gas industry. Don't forget to check the other videos with more questions and answers. If you have any other questions, let us know in the comments below. Check our channel and website for more safety topics. See you soon. Never forget, safety is your responsibility. Stay safe always. Bye bye.